Welcome once again. And of course, as Nigerians celebrated the victory of Israel Adesanya over the weekend, we will not, of course, have Breakfast Central without talking sports. And so this morning, we have Onyinye Obaro joining us to share with us what the latest is in sports. Good morning, Onyinye.
Good morning.
Good morning, Ursa. Good morning, Olive. Of course, Israel Adesanya did great in the weekend. And you know one thing, I love the announcement. Whenever the announcer goes with, and still the middleweight champion, you get so excited. So it was a great fight between both fighters. But Israel, of course, had the last laugh.
And he got several people, commending him, celebrating with him. And it was very interesting to see The Rock saying, "Oh, congratulations to my friend, my brother." It was so exciting to see how much love and support he got.
I'm also excited. It's good to see Africans dominating when it comes to the UFC, boxing, the world of football, and any other sport. It's so great. And what we do here, we celebrate Africa. Africa first, as they
100%.
say.
All right, we hear that you have updates for us in the sporting world as regards Women's Africa Cup of Nations. Let's hear it.
All right, time to give you an update in the world of sports. The longer-awaited Women's African Cup of Nations is finally kicked off in Morocco. 12 teams are battling it out over there to get a top spot and to also get the FIFA World Cup ticket. Of course, that will be hosted sometime in 2023. But from the games that were played yesterday, we had 3 games played yesterday, having the results from Group A. We've got Senegal women having to put 2 against the Ugandan Crested Cranes. Now, I did tell you that the Ugandan Crested Cranes are coming back to the competition after 22 years hiatus. Now, they last were at the competition in the year 2000, but they lost their first game against the Teranga Lionesses. So the Teranga Lionesses put 2 and are topping that group with 3 points after defeating Uganda. In the other group game, did see another coming from Cameroon against Zambia. Now, that game was a fight to finish between both teams. Of course, the Cameroonians had their FA president, Samuel Eto'o, on the stands there. We had a goal in the late minutes, but it was ruled off to offside. So both sides share the spoils, 1 point over there after going a stalemate. But Tunisia and Togo, that was the game that had the highest goal so far since the beginning of the tournament on Saturday. Tunisia put 4 against the Togolese women. Now, the Togolese women are debutants. They've never been to the finals before. So I would say this would be a tip of an iceberg coming from what they would face in Group B as they go further. So their next game will be against Cameroon, while Zambia will play the Tunisian women. So we're hoping that more goals will come from the Zambian Copper Queens. Now, of course, the media officer of the Zambian Copper Queens gave us an update. Of course, yesterday on our WAFCON Express, she did say that their top scorer, Barbara Banda, will not be with them. Now, there were reports making the rounds that Barbara Banda was disqualified from the competition, but she clarified saying that Barbara Banda will be out due to medical reasons personal to her. So until she comes out to tell us what medical reasons are those reasons, then we'll get clarity on that. But let's talk about today's game. Today's game would see Nigerian Super Falcons against the Banyana Banyana of South Africa. Nigeria are the defending champions with they're 9-time African champions, and they will be up against the Banyana Banyana of South Africa. In the other Group C game, we'll see Burundi against Botswana. Botswana are debutants, so they will have to fight to finish. But South Africa's Banyana Banyana believe that today's Women's African Cup of Nations match against the defending champions and the Nigerian Super Falcons will provide them a major boost for the women's football in Africa. Now, the finalists at the last WAFCON both begin their Group C tie in Rabat, facing one another in a repeat of 2018 final. Now, with a host of stars in action, such as Nigeria's Asisato Shuala and Tembi Gatlana from South Africa, who plays at Atletico Madrid, it is believed that the match will be a showpiece event. This will be the match a lot will have to wait for. A lot have been clamoring for the defending champions against the Banyana Banyana. On the screen there, that was the game in the Aisha Buhari Cup, where the Banyana Banyana defeated the Super Falcons of Nigeria, who were the hosts of the competition. So Nigeria have won a record 9-time title since the WAFCON began in 1918. That's 1998, I beg your pardon, with South Africa having lost 4 finals, including 2 against the Nigerian Super Falcons. Now, both teams, they met the 2018 finals, with South Africa gaining a rare victory over their opponents, who avenged that defeat on penalty shootouts in Ghana. They're hosting that competition in 2018. Of course, South Africa inflicted defeat on the Super Falcons in last year's Aisha Buhari Cup in Nigeria. They won 4-2 in a result that can boost the team's confidence. But Coach Desiree Ellis, the coach of the Banyana Banyana, she played down that victory, saying that it is of little importance. It counted for nothing if they do not make a statement today in Morocco. Now, of course, nobody thought that Nigeria and the South Africans would be the first game that both teams will have to play in the WAFCON 2022. But the sitting over there had to put both teams together. So it would be either a revenge mission for the Nigerian Super Falcons after they were defeated at the Aisha Buhari Cup, or it would be a big win, another big win for the Banyana Banyana of South Africa. They will inflict another win, another loss for the Super Falcons, and get another win against the Nigerian defending champions. So if they win against them today at 6 p.m. West African time, it's going to give them a big boost and make them favorites to win the title for this year. But if the Super Falcons can hold their ground and then defeat the Banyana Banyana, then they are worthy champions. Then they will be looking to make it 10 titles in a row. So, Osa, you're saying this, both teams, this is the match a lot have been waiting for, because Nigeria Super Falcons, they are the favorites to clinch this championship this year. And the Banyana Banyana, they are looking like those who are coming for a shocker, those who are coming to pose surprises. Now, the Super Falcons are going with 13 debutants. 13 players in their squad list have never made it to the competition before, to the finals before. Why the Banyana Banyana? They stuck with their own squad that went to the Aisha Buhari Cup. They did stick with them, and they're bringing them back to this competition. So that bonding is there. They are familiar with their squad. But the Super Falcons, I'm hoping that they do not have to struggle with the bonding, since they have 13 debutants, new players making it to the competition just for the very first time.
You know, able to put it together. They seem, I mean, aside the fact that they're debutants, you know, these are still, you know, very experienced players, or, you know, seemingly experienced players, really good players also. And, you know, with the time that they have to work together and to train together, I hope that there is some level of team bonding and understanding amongst the team members, you know, that would be able to, you know, give us victory. I'm not even sure which rivalry is bigger, if it's the Bafana Bafana and Super Eagles or the Banyana Banyana. And,
I think the Banyana Banyana and Super Falcons, the rivalry is more talked about, because the Banyana Banyana would always pull surprises against the Super Falcons. But when you see the Bafana Bafana against the Super Eagles of Nigeria, you know who's going to dominate. You know who's going to have the upper hand because of the crop of players they've got. But this game for today is the most talked about. Because Coach Desiree Ellis is going up against a male coach, in the person of Randy Waldrum. That's the Super Falcons coach. So it's a battle between what a woman can do and what a man can do. Osa, it's a real battle.
There.
I want to say that I would like to root for the woman, but like I always say, let the best woman win. But it's really interesting. I mean, this would be great if Nigeria is able to clinch a 10th time, win it a 10th time. So it will be, you know, 10 times the charm. And after that, they can now rest. Hand it over to others. But in some way, we might be worried about the fact that they're bringing players who've never been to this game before. But it might actually be an advantage for them. There's something that they might have been doing for the past 9 wins that has helped them so far. That, you know, it just might be their winning charm. I mean, you can look at it from the perspective that the other team doesn't understand these new players, doesn't understand, you know, their system. You know, it's just like you don't know what to expect. So it might be springing a surprise in their favor.
Absolutely.
But,
we hope so, Olive. Now, the Banyana Banyana, they've been together for a very long time. They've kept the same crop of players for a very long time. They've kept the coach too for a very long time.
But they haven't
the
won 9 times.
Yeah, the Super Falcons had to change. They made a paradigm shift, changing their coach several times, also changing the crop of players, having new invites into their team. So if you talk about more trouble, I think there is more trouble in the Super Falcons camp than the Banyana Banyana.
You know, but they're changing, but they're still winning matches.
The international friendly they played, they lost the first one against the Canadian women, and they had to draw. They drew the second one, I beg your pardon. They drew the second one. They had to draw that second one against the Canadian women. It ended 2-2 between them. But their first game, they lost 4-0. They never played any friendly going into this competition. So you can see what really happened. Remember, we talked to the media officer of the side, and she said the cancelled friendly between the Moroccan side, she doesn't know the reason why they did not show up, but the Super Falcons did not play any friendly. But the Banyana Banyana, they played in the COSAFA competition where they dominated, where they picked the title. They also have a crop of players coming from the Mamelodi Sundowns. Now, Mamelodi Sundowns are the CAF Women's Champions. A bulk of their players are coming from Mamelodi Sundowns, the club. So you should know that they have champions in the making, champions who have been made in their group. But the Super Falcons did not get to play any friendly except from the one they lost and they drew. And also, they did not play any in Morocco. So you should see where the trouble is.
Well, with the skills of Asisat Oshoala, we will triumph, and, I'm probably going to give a prediction of a, 3-1 victory to the Super
That would be
Falcons.
nice to give a prediction today and then see how it turns out tomorrow.
Don't get into trouble. Osa, don't get into trouble. We'll hold you for your words. 3-1, you say. So, Olive, what are you saying?
No, I asked you first.
Oh.
So what would your predictions be?
I just want to expect the best team to win because I don't even know where the pendulum will swing right now. I don't know if it's going to be for the defending champions or those who are coming for a revenge. Those who are coming for a revenge for 2018
For
where
being
they
beaten in their own home.
So the Super Falcons will come up, victorious in this game.
I know you're being patriotic, but
I can see it. I mean, aside that, I also, I just have this feeling, and also I understand, there's a difference between, those who have been there together, they've worked, they've had the experience,
yes.
But there's also those in the Nigerian side that are hungry for victory. May not have all the experience in this competition, but they have the hunger that is needed, for a game like this. So,
I mean, we'll see how it goes. By tomorrow again, we'll have an update, and then we'll get to know who has the winning title. Is it the Super Falcons or is it Bafana Bafana?
Okay, we'll wait and see. That sport update at this time. Thank you, Osa. Thank you, Olive.
Thank you very much.